let's get this going right now. My screen is now being showed. We're now recording, and I want to thank everybody for joining us. You have now joined the QxStart webinar. We're going to be talking about how we're using a product called Cryptos Communication to help everybody achieve some financial success in their life. What I want to do right now, real quickly, is I want to take you, or I want to show you where I'm getting this from. I'm going to QxStartHelp.com, and I'm going on the page, and I'm actually going to scroll right down here to where you see a PowerPoint file. There's two PowerPoint files here. There's the detailed understanding, which is the long version, and the short version. For tonight's call, I'm going to go ahead and use the short version. And when I click that, I have an open. I'm going to click on the open right there. I get this little bitty bar down here, and once it's all done, actually, I'm going to close that. I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to say save. Sorry about that. I'm going to hit save. And as soon as it gives me an open right here, that's when I'm going to go and click it. And this is something you can do if you're doing this for your team or your people, where you can actually go ahead and do your own GoToMeeting. It's very simple. You can do that. You can do it right from the site right here. And that's the main reason I'm doing this right now, so that you can see how fast you can go ahead and grab this presentation and use it for your own people and everything else. So it's completely excuse me, it's completely going. So I'm going to click open right there, and it's going to go ahead and bring up the presentation. And now we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to be talking about QxStart. QxStart really is focused on building your financial freedoms. There's not a lot of programs out there that are really geared towards putting some money in your pocket right now, but this one truly is. And I want to kind of go through this and explain a few things about it. Number one, we are marketing a product called Cryptos Communication. And for anybody here that's new, I want you to understand that Cryptos Communication has, for probably the last 4 to 5 years, has been producing an application that is 256-bit military-grade encryption. Now, you can use this on your Android device, you can use this on your Apple, you can use it on a tablet. And in fact, if you use it on a tablet, it actually is more powerful because you have a better processor on it. But I want you to understand something really important. If you have a cell phone that does not have cell phone service, or a tablet that doesn't have cell phone service, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, you can use Cryptos. Now, did you catch that? You can have an old cell phone, a smartphone, sitting in a drawer that you're not using because you've upgraded. And if you want to put Cryptos on it and talk to anyone around the world, you can do that in complete confidence, 256-bit military-grade encryption, because you do not need cell phone service. That means that you can now talk to people around the world as long as they have a Cryptos app on it, and you can talk to them at no cell phone charges. Pretty important thing right now. Next thing, as we go through here, I want you to understand that the government has imposed different regulations on hardware manufacturers and on cell phone carriers, meaning that they have to provide a backdoor for the government to be able to listen in on what you're saying. Well, Cryptos is a little different. It doesn't fall within those guidelines. So essentially, Cryptos doesn't have to comply with that because it doesn't meet those standards, which means that there is no backdoor. You can talk with complete confidence on that. And this is very important because if you know somebody that is traveling over in other countries and they are, let's say, missionaries, and they want to communicate with family abroad and so forth, but they're afraid if they talk about some of the activities they're doing that some of these terrorist groups might actually be listening in. Well, guess what? With Cryptos, they really can't. And of course, there are some of these sympathetic governments over there that, in fact, will, kind of pander to that. So it's something you have to be really aware of, that this is really a very timely product that you can actually get behind, be involved with, help the spread of it, and actually make some really serious money as a part of it. So now, as we've all seen, our privacy is under attack. You cannot turn on a TV. You cannot open a newspaper. You can't go on the web and not see a story where something is happening. In fact, the USA Today recently did a story about the NSA And all federal agencies now using a technology to capture your cell phone calls, your data, and your location. And the next few slides, I'm going to go through it really quickly because we have that complete file on the site that I just showed you, which was QxStartHelp.com. You can actually go and download this whole thing, but I'm going to go through it real quickly. In the paper, they were actually talking about a program called Stingray, where the government can actually, with their equipment, mimic a cell phone tower, and when your phone logs on to make a call, it's actually being like the middleman on that. And when it's logging on, they're capturing all the information that you have on your cell phone. And what's really interesting is that there was a story very similar to Stingray. That's where the government is now using these planes to actually fly over large metropolitan areas. And we have that story on the website as well, where they're actually swooping up large amounts of information. Now, that's very important. But again, I'm going to go through these slides really fast because I want you to kind of understand that this is all on the web. And I don't want to take a lot of time on here, but I want you to understand where we're coming from on this. So now, as we get going through here, and again, as you can see, there's 10 different sections right here. We're on 7. I'm going to go to 8, 9, and 10. So now I'm going to get back over to what you're here for, and that is realizing how you can focus on making some money with QxStart. Now, QxStart is a relationship marketing, network marketing type program. It is a 2x3 force matrix, and I'm going to go into force matrix and everything else, but right now I want you to understand that there's 3 levels of participation. We have a $30 program per month, which is a bronze. It's a 3-pack of cryptos, ID codes, a 6 and a 10, meaning the 10 is gold. Like in anything, if you have a greater participation, you have a greater chance to earn some serious money on this. So now, if you want to be a part-time or you want to be a full-time representative, you can actually go out there, share this with a few people. And when I say a few people, I'm talking 6 people. If you share it with 6 people, guess what? We will give you every month a 10-pack of cryptos as long as you have 6 people active in there. But what does that mean? That means that based on the commission structure, as people start coming in, you have a potential of around $32,000 a month. That's not a year, that's a month that you can actually join this. Once we get done with this presentation, I'm going to show you a big layout on this on a spreadsheet so you can see exactly what we're talking about. Now, earning revenue. We have a rank achievement bonus. We have a multi-tier fast start bonus. We have a second rank achievement bonus, weekly rewards, 20% rebate bonus, and so forth. What does this mean to you? It means simply we pay weekly and we pay monthly. That means that every Friday, if you're involved in this program, you've got money coming to you directly to your PayPal account. And folks, if you're listening right now and you don't have a PayPal account, you want to have one. If you do have a PayPal account, you want to make sure, excuse me, you want to make sure that the email that you have associated with your PayPal account is also the same email that you have registered into your QxStart account. Very, very important because that's what we do. We take it and we push it right out to you. This is not a program, by the way. I want you to understand this is not a program where we're asking you to reinvest. We're not asking you to put up some kind of investment money or anything like that at all. As a matter of fact, when you earn money, we don't want you to let it sit there. We want to push it out to you directly. So there is no choice to have it sitting where you're actually going to get paid. It's going to be pushed right out to you. Now let's talk about a force matrix here for a minute. Real simply, for people that don't understand what a force matrix is, if you just start out with a couple people and you turn around and you explain it to them, basically you might draw it on a chart, you might have a webinar like we're doing right now. As soon as they understand it and they understand the power, you're probably going to have to resuscitate them. But quite simply, what that means, it's a way that you can make some serious money very fast, very quick. I can tell you, bar none, there has never been a program that I've ever seen that can put money in your pocket quite as fast as this will work. So simply, what does that mean? That means that you're going to have a team of people that are going to be built down in your matrix that you're going to earn money on every day, every month. And what that means is that depending on your level of participation, you can earn anywhere from $1 up to $4 per person per month in that matrix. Now, when we talk about the number of people in a matrix, this program is designed, if you took it out to its fullest extent, there's a potential of 4.1 million people that you can earn anywhere from $1 to $4 per month on each one of those people. But let's talk here for a minute. If you go ahead and in your first, first 60 days of being part of the QxStart program, if you quickly in 30 days get 10 people on that are gold members, and in the second 30 days get 10 people that are gold members, what does that do for you? And let me explain. Instead of it being $4 on a gold membership, that turns it all the way up to $6. That dramatically changes the numbers in a big way. And that is something that you need to be understand. So when we sit here right now, we say, excuse me, everyone starts for free. We have 6 bonus levels, and those bonus levels are A through G. If you look over on the side, we have 1 person sponsored all the way down to 20 people sponsored. Well, it's very important. If I go ahead and I move this over and I bring on the next level right here, I'll show you. If you have somebody that is a silver rate, you're only going to, it's a bronze rate, you're only going to get $1 per person in that matrix. And you see, for a potential of 3 people sponsored, 9 levels right there, that's only $1,000 a month. But it gets really interesting if you look at the silver and then the gold, because the gold is where you want to be. Remember I said if you get 6 people in, you pay no more. So if you real quickly go ahead and you get 6 people, then real simply look at D, look it down at level 12 right there, which is there's 3 levels in level in D. That's $32,000 a month. That's a potential. But remember when we talked about having 10 people in your first 30 days and then 10 people in the second 30 days? Well, that can actually turn into, if you just did the 10 in the first 30, $5 rate. If you did the 10 in the second 30, that's a $6 rate. So if we run that right across, the potential of $32,000 a month can actually turn into $49,000 a month. That's a huge increase. But guess what? If you've already gotten 20 people, you're already qualified down to G. So as the force matrix starts building, all you have to do is sit back and start making the money, because it gets larger and larger and larger, because you're working off the power of the team. That's what's so important about a force matrix. So I want to take 2 seconds and explain what's also happening here. QxStart has aligned themselves with some really strong partners. And one of the partners that we're really proud of is a group called Fix the World. Fix the World has probably anywhere from 200 to, I guess, up to a high of 500,000 loyal followers that help do crowdfunding and help find money for clean water, low-cost energy, different projects that are very important in third world countries. Well, Fix the World is coming on right now and promoting this. So what does this mean for you? Well, quite simply, we were talking about a force matrix. So the people that are coming on right now, they're going to be getting in the matrix that's going to be benefiting from this flood of people that are coming on. So you have to understand this is a really exciting time, because you're right at the beginning of something that's going to go very big. So quite simply, that's what we have for you right now. We're real excited. We understand that some people have invited you here, and what we want to do is say, if you have some additional questions, I'm going to go ahead and unmute this right now. And if anybody wants to go ahead and ask some questions right now, just go ahead and take a second, and everyone else will respect them. If everybody would mute their phone, and anybody would like to go ahead and ask, let's do this. Let me call in a couple folks right now. I see that we got John Froemming on here right now. John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, everybody, John Froemming is actually the CEO of QxStart. He's been gracious enough to let me go ahead and do this call right now. And I'm going to see if I can mute and then unmute just John right now, okay? So hang on a second, John. John, can you hear me? John, can you hear me? All right. Well,
Hey, are you
I'm
there?
gonna have to just unmute everybody and let John talk. John?
If you just know, put your phone on silent, that would be great.
John, can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah, I can hear you. There's a, I think we're almost there with are you,
I'm going to try to individually mute some people right now so I can get some of that background noise out. And I think I've kind of got that done. Is that a little better, John?
can you hear me?
Yes, go right ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I really want to appreciate everyone for being on this call. Sorry about the little feedback we just had there. But this is such a big undertaking, and with the founding members that we have, really being behind this and really pushing this movement, it's such an important thing to really dive headfirst in this and understand that we're not selling you're not selling a product that is protein powder or something that doesn't really have real substance to this. We're helping promote freedom. We're helping promote our Fourth Amendment rights and what really matters to us and really spreading the movement of encryption. So I just want to thank everybody for joining us on this call. We have Steve Carnes. Steve, are you still on the phone? Can you get through talking?
John, I don't see Steve on here right now, and I think
okay.
Steve might actually be doing another call right now because,
Okay.
as you know, we're all getting stretched thin because everybody's kind of really busy. Let me see if this is Steve right here. Steve, is that you?
That is me. I was laughing when you said I wasn't there because I was.
Yeah, well, we've got so many people on this right now, so trying to sort through it and do it. So I did a second look and I found you.
There we go. Yeah, totally exciting program. I hope people can understand the force of the matrix and just what that really means. I mean, everybody that is getting in at this time has such a great opportunity. Not that people that come in 3, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year from now still don't have the opportunity, but it really is there for people that get qualified, get 5 or 6 people, get 5 or 6 people under you right now to start earning the real money. I mean, and I've never been involved in MLM before, but I love my product. Obviously, I've been doing it for 4 years, and I see this as a great opportunity to not only get my product out into the masses, but to allow other people to earn money while spreading the word of our product. I like to say, how many times have you told somebody about a great restaurant that you absolutely love, and they go there and they like it too? Or you tell somebody about an application for your smartphone. Think about Angry Birds. Angry Birds, probably the best-selling app out there. But when you told somebody about it, did you make any money at it? Answer is no. No, you didn't. So, this is an opportunity to tell people about a great product that they need in an era when there are organizations and entities just out there listening to everybody, and you can make money by telling people about it.
Well, hey, Steve, first I want to say thank you for having the vision to come up with this app because, this is really going to change a lot of lives. And secondly, I want to thank you for agreeing to this relationship to allow QxStart to actually market your product because, this is going to change the lives of so many people right now. And as I'm watching the screen, I'm watching people that are chatting, and I wish you could see it, Steve, because people are just so excited. They're going, way to go, Steve, and everything else. And big shout out to you. And so people are really excited. This is really catching on. And for everybody that's on this call that doesn't realize, this is an international product. The other day, and Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, you had a person, was it from Spain, that was contacting you, that was actually wanting to start promoting this over there, and we're seeing this every day. People in other parts of the world.
I have to tell you, there's somebody on the call right now from Edgewater, Florida, that is going to have a great opportunity. He's actually here in the U.S., but he has relatives in another country, and he's going to start spreading it over there. So this product is so great because, as opposed to selling laundry detergent or diet pills or whatever it might be, you have the opportunity to have something that you can sell to other people in another country, and it's going to spread like wildfire.
Oh no, and it actually is, because we're seeing the numbers grow and everything, and the excitement levels happening, and as you probably know, we're getting people from all types of lifestyles and cultures that are reaching out to us, and whether we agree with the lifestyle or we agree with the culture, whatever, we don't want to turn anybody down from an opportunity to make some money and do something, because this is really a global economy. And Steve, we kind of talked about this, but there's over 7 billion people in the world, and there's 6 billion people that've got cell phones. And I still marvel at this fact that of the 6 billion people that have cell phones, we only have 4.8 billion of those that have indoor plumbing. And that just blows my mind that we have a product right now that is needed to more people that have indoor plumbing. I
have to add one thing in there. You have more privacy. For those that have a toilet, you have more privacy in the toilet than you do on your cell phone.
Well, there you go.
That's
a
very
great
true.
Point, Steve. That's a great point, because right now there's 2.5 million Stingray devices in the United States alone. And if people didn't listen to us on Living Sex, you know what Stingray is. It's a device that people can have that mimics a cell phone tower to be able to listen on your cell phone conversations. The local police department have it. A lot of anybody can have it, really. And this is a kind of an epidemic that's spread. And we're just here to say, you know what? No, we're going to take our rights back. We are being part of the society, being part of our culture. We have the ability to stand up for ourselves, and this is what we're doing. And we're giving everybody the opportunity in the meantime.
Well, anybody, hey, I want to let y'all know real quickly that if y'all have any requests or anything, just shoot it over to support at QxStart.com. We'll be glad to help you if you need any webinars or anything else. We're going to be posting everything at QxStartHelp.com, kind of keeping everybody updated. I know we're going to be doing these once or twice a week. We are getting requests to go on different things, like we just did a radio station show here just shortly. It has really taken off. You're really at the right time. And we have some tremendous people, whether they've been in the program or not, meaning prior programs, that are coming on and that are burning it up. And I tell you, I mentioned it earlier, there's a guy in Orlando. He's got a photo booth business, and this guy is just tearing it up. I mean, tearing it up. For the people on the call that are a part of his team, you're definitely in the right place, because this guy is really doing some great things. And you just never know who the rising star is going to be. And right now, we're just very excited to see the wealth of talent that is now coming forth right now. So, Steve, do you have anything to offer?
One thing I was going to ask is, I wonder if we could get, for those individuals that have a microphone that is unattached, it's not like a headset, you have a microphone on your desk and maybe speakers somewhere on your desk, if you could actually either turn your speakers way down or mute your microphone, we might be able to try this again and see if there's any questions out there from anybody. The headset works best because you don't get the feedback. When you have a microphone in between two speakers, that's when you start getting that reverberation sound. So maybe we try it just one more time to see if we can get any questions.
Yeah, I can. Let's see. You know what? I've been seeing a Frank that's been texting me a lot. Let me unmute Frank right now. Frank, can you hear us? Frank, I've just unmuted you. If you can hear us, I know you've been shooting us a lot of text messages. Okay, Frank must be a little mic shy there. Let's try Jason real quick. Jason, can you hear me? I'm just looking at some of the people that have shot us some quick messages here real quick.
Yeah, I'm here, Robert.
Hey, Jason, how you doing? Would you like to say something to Steve right now, or John?
Sure. You know what, guys? Thanks for coming up with the product. Thanks for putting this opportunity out there for us. And I'll tell you that my team is extremely excited to get started and put this thing in action. So just like I said, a quick shout out to you, and thanks again for putting this together.
Oh,
Thank
hey, it's our pleasure. And I tell you right now, between John and Steve, you've just got a tremendous team right there. And there's a lot more people behind the scenes. But let me tell you, this is really something that's coming together very nicely. And I am just extremely excited over the last 17 years being involved in relationship network marketing. I have never seen a program come together as exciting as this can be. And like I said, been going now for roughly 4 weeks, and we're fixing to come on the third payday, which is just unheard of. So, Steve, anything else you want to add?
Not at this time. I mean, it's just I'm very happy to have everybody involved so far, and look forward to the future. It's going to be so great.
Great. Well, listen, everybody, we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be doing this every week. We're going to be putting all the announcements up on QxStartHelp.com. We want to thank you for getting with us this late in the evening. We do it so late like this because we have so many people on the West Coast as well. So again, we want to thank you for coming out. And
one last thing, Robert, I would add is if we can get everybody to work at just getting one person signed up. I know we all talk about 6, or let's get for, everybody wants to get the 10 or the 20. It also sometimes just takes baby steps. If everybody can go out there and work, in the next week to get one person signed up. If you can do more than that, great. But it all starts with the next person.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Steve. And it's, I like that expression, eat this elephant one bite at a time. And that's really all it is. Just take that one bite, and you'd be surprised what it turns out to. It's that slow, steady growth that wins the race. So everybody, I want to thank you very much for coming on. We're going to go ahead and end it. We're going to stop the recording, and we will have this posted up, like I said, either later tonight, early in the morning. So again, thanks everybody,